What's up guys, Lockster here bringing you another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today is going to be a special kind of video. I'm going to do my first summoning video, and I figured this is the perfect time because there's a summoning event and I've been saving up all my shards and all my gems, which as you can see I went ahead and I spent all my gems to purchase all the shards I could. So I'll be doing that. I also am going to fuse my Relic Keeper. Last night I went ahead and I worked on leveling up all of these characters so I could go ahead and fuse them. So let's go ahead and get that done and finish my missions. So excited. Oh yes. Yes, I do want to give you 300 silver. Give me my Relic Keeper. Oh yes. Excellent. Yes. Alright, now let's go ahead and complete that. I'm curious. Wait. Can you fuse more than one of him? You can. What? I didn't realize that. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you can fuse as many Relic Keepers as you want? Interesting. That's interesting. I wish they would do something like that with Folly. They really should consider leaving Folly as like a permanent summoning, or fusion I should say, along with any of the future fusion events that they do. They should just be permanent. Summoner's War and a lot of other games do this kind of thing, but they're permanent availability into the game, so they should really consider doing that instead of making it limited time. Anyways, let me jump out of here, finish my mission. Yes! Gimme, gimme. I want my books. Awesome. Oh yeah, I'll be able to auto-complete a lot of these, I bet. Thank you. Oh man, I think I'll wait to accept these just because I don't want to get the energy just yet. As you can see, I've used all my energy, so I want to leave it for now, and I'll collect it later. Looks like I'll have to stop here anyways and deal damage to the clan boss later, so I'll collect those later. Let's go ahead and jump into the summoning. So as you can see, I got 52 blue shards, 12 void. I unfortunately don't have a sacred shard to open up with everybody. My quest is a little bit behind. I still have like half a month left before I can get another one, so unfortunately won't be able to do that. But let's hope that I get lucky with the blue shards. Actually, all the legendaries I have come from blue shards, so yeah. Sacred shards kind of suck for me. Alright. Let me know in the comments how your drop rates have been with sacred shards. I literally have gotten like garbage from most of mine. All of my good characters have come from ancient shards. And void shards, obviously. Just because void is awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Number 1. Nothing. Of course. Alright, Slither Brute. Actually, yeah, he's not that good. He's one of those, like, food characters. I'm not sure if it's better to summon one at a time or do, like, a mass summoning of 10. I feel like it's more enjoyable to open one at a time because you get that opening moment where it just snaps in. It's kind of cool. I like it. I think she's not that good either. Most of the 3 stars are kind of bad. Actually, okay, this one's pretty good. I've actually have one more of her. I'll definitely use her as food for the other one. But the reason I say she's good is just because of this. She's a 3-star that can heal everybody in your party. Put a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. That's pretty solid. It goes down to a 3-turn cooldown, so I'd say that's a pretty solid healer as a 3-star. So if you get her and you don't have a healer yet, she could definitely fill that slot. And she also buffs. Increase attack power by 25% and increase crit rate. So pretty solid support hero. This, I mean, has a chance to sleep, so maybe if you're having trouble in some of the dungeons getting up to the bosses, you can like CC one of the troublemakers that's like just one-shotting your characters, or maybe they're healing the enemies, or even in arena, she could be good. CC. So yeah, definitely keep her. She's solid. Oh no, no food, definitely food. Yeah, only attack one enemy, decrease attack. Attack one enemy, freeze chance. I mean that could be fun. PvP maybe. Yeah, I don't really like him. He only had 9 reviews, so it looked like not very many people have liked him either. This guy is actually pretty good in PvP. I see people using him to kind of trick people going in to fight them, because maybe they just see him and they're like, oh, this is a weak character, but he is really good in PvP just because of this. I mean, fill the turn meter of all allies except him by 20%, and put a minor increase attack buff on all allies. So that's pretty good. People use him to get ahead and take their turn before the enemies in arena, so solid. Other than that, it's not a good champion. That is literally the only reason he is used. A lot of people, they won't even max him out. They'll maybe put him up to 4 stars and ascend him obviously to 3 stars to get this ability, and then they'll just put him in there, which makes their power for their arena team look really weak, but this guy just makes their other powerful guys go first. So definitely solid unit if you don't have a speed unit already to increase your turn meter. Temptress, I feed her like all the time, but I think I actually might hold on to her because I did end up getting the I forgot, it's a void champion that goes along with her, the seducer. So he gets like an extra skill as long as she's in the party. So I might play with that later. I'll definitely keep her around. Magus, she is a speed unit for arena, so if you don't have an arena speed buff, that could be helpful, I guess. Her other abilities aren't that great. This is, at least she has an AoE that hits all enemies, so that's decent. Put a poison debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. It's not that great. Poison in arena isn't amazing, unless you have just an insane amount of it. So I don't know, she's alright. I will probably be using her as food. Definitely using Greybeard as food. He was actually one of my first champions I was leveling up. I didn't have a good selection of champions early on, so I just was using him and Executioner. Anyways, yeah, he's alright early on, just because he has a counterattack also. No, Goremask, I don't want you. He does ignore shield and block damage buffs. That's like one of the biggest threats in arena right now. Everybody has massive shields and block damage buffs, so it's super annoying, but as a 3-star it's really difficult to actually use this guy in arena gold 4. Unfortunate. Man, not getting very lucky. She looks cool. I wish she was better. She's not that great. She only has a 25% chance to freeze somebody. That's not that good. If it had like some sort of buff down here, it would be awesome, but it doesn't. It decreases target's max HP by 25% of the damage inflicted. I don't like those either. Like, that has a cap on it, in case you didn't realize. Max HP decreases to a maximum of 40% of their max HP. So it's not just a infinite decrease their HP. It only does 40%. Don't make that mistake. I actually made that mistake, and I found out later. I was like, crap. Alright, places a 30% decrease debuff for 2 turns, but this is only on one enemy. This could be good for maybe clan boss if you don't have a debuffer and you need one. If it is a critical, it gets all enemies, so maybe that could be good if you don't have a debuffer at all. I'll feed her. I don't want to use her. Oh, come on, guys. Give me a epic at least. I saw her earlier. She's not good. Come on, give me something good. Nah, just a solo buffer. Only buffs himself. Yeah, not that great. Okay, so Wretch actually is really good. He's a really solid rare champion because he has a HP burn. HP burn is awesome against dungeon bosses and also the clan boss. Clan boss, uh, he'll take like 75,000 damage per tick of HP burn. Just be warned that you can only have one HP burn up on him at any given time. So if you have multiple characters with HP burn, they won't put multiple HP burn debuffs up on the same target. You can have multiple HP burns on multiple targets, but not the same target. Alright, nope. Man, I am getting super unlucky with this. It's kind of how it goes for me though. This guy seems interesting, but I just, nah. I don't think he's that great. What do other people say about him? Yeah, no. Arena offense, they have a high rating for him. I'm kind of surprised about that. He does have really high HP stats and a block debuffs, A1. That'd be kind of cool. And can heal himself with a 2-turn cooldown, and it stays up for 2 turns. So that's kind of cool. But he'd have to take a big hit. That's 20% of his HP just to get this. So maybe not that great. Maybe decent. You could probably put him in arena if you really needed to fill a slot. Turn meter reduction. 30% decreased defense. I really hate the 30% decreased defense. It's just not enough. Better than nothing, I guess, though. I'll be using him as food. Most of these are food for me, I think, at this point. Unless I get epics. Yes! Cool, I can use her. This is the ability on her that's awesome. Attacks one enemy with 2 random allies. Allies joining the attack use their default skills. So you pair her up with multi-hitting characters like Aethel or Coldheart. So Aethel hits for 3 times in her default attack, and Coldheart hits 4 times. So you can use her in Fire Knight dungeon, and it'll just like break his shield really fast, or even Clan Boss just to get extra procs of Giant Slayer or Execution, or Giant Slayer and War Master procs. So good way to get a little bit extra damage going. Her other skills are pretty good too. Like this one, attack one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 35% chance of a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. That's awesome. So you can get 3 5% poisons up on the clan boss, and it actually goes up to a 50% chance once you level up her skills. So really good clan boss hero, and I'd even say, I mean, just a dungeon boss hero. So solid, definitely solid. This one, I don't care so much about. Her A1 sucks, but that's not why you would bring her. This does suck that it's on a 4-turn cooldown though, and it doesn't have a cooldown reduction. This actually goes down at least to 4 turns, so not too bad. I definitely plan on using her at some point. She looks awesome. Yes! An epic! I don't have her yet. What is her? What does she do? Has a 25% chance of placing a 30% decrease defense debuff for 2 turns. Alright, chances to place this debuff increase by 10% per each debuff placed on this champion. So if she has more debuffs on her, she has a higher chance of placing her debuff. Okay, cool. Attacks one enemy, places a 30% increased crit rate buff on this champion for 2 turns if the target is killed. Has a 30% chance of granting another turn if the target is killed. Wow, okay. That's pretty solid. So that actually goes up to a 45% chance of getting an extra turn if you kill them. That's cool. What's this? This must be like the big one. Attacks one enemy, heals this champion by 15% of the damage inflicted. The heal is increased by 10% for each dead enemy, places a 15% increased speed buff on them for 2 turns. And you can get it down to a 3-turn cooldown. It's not too bad, but I don't know. She's not amazing. If this was a 60% decreased defense, I would love it, but it's not. She looks so cool though. I want to use her just because she looks awesome. All right, all right. Let's move on. Oh, I should have looked through the reviews. I'm not sure what people say about her. Oh well. Another one of him. Come on. Give me something better than that. Legendary. Hey, I'll take an epic. I'll take an epic. Oh, I actually really wanted this chick. All right, Hope. Hope is awesome. I've been needing a stripper for PvP. Uh, by stripper, I mean somebody that can remove all buffs on the enemy team. And she does exactly that. This attack right here attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of removing all buffs from them. And that actually goes up to a 75% chance once you level up her skills. It's a really long cooldown though. You can get it down to a 5 turn, but I mean, let's be honest, I'd be happy with just getting it up to 75% chance to remove their buffs. This would be really helpful in PvP right now because there's a lot of teams out there that they all have like the counterattack champions, Martyr, Valkyrie, Skull Crusher, I think his name is. That guy, everybody has him. And it's really difficult to fight those champion teams with my team right now just because I have nothing to deal with the counterattack on the whole team. So that's awesome. I'm going to be leveling up this chick and putting her on my team probably immediately. She also increases the duration of all buffs on all allies by 1 turn, places a shield buff equal to 15% of her HP on all allies for 2 turns. And you can obviously, let's see, what is it, 20, 25, 30, 35, up to 35% of this champion's max HP. That's pretty awesome. And she's a HP champion, so she has extremely high HP base stats, so that'll be really helpful. And then attacks one enemy, has a 15% chance of placing a block buffs debuff for 2 turns. It's alright. I mean, it can help in PvP. It can even help in some dungeons like the Magic Keep. That could help just to keep the boss from getting a buff on them. Cool. I'm actually really excited about that. And she looks awesome. Oh yeah. I'm excited. You can go along with my Juliana. She actually kind of reminds me of Juliana. It's kind of the same face. Alright, moving on. Yes, another epic. Wait, is this a new one? I don't think I've seen her. She must be one of the new ones they added. Oh, her character model is really cool. It looks a lot like the rare healer. All right, what do you do? Okay. Attacks one enemy, has a 25% chance of placing a 50% increased buff on a random ally for 2 turns. All right, that's not too bad. It's okay. Nothing to get too excited about. Attacks one enemy, 80% chance of placing a 50% decreased accuracy. Bleh. Don't like that at all. Hey, places a 50% ally protection buff and a 60% increased defense buff on the target. So it's a single target ally protect. No, that's not good. Sorry guys, I got excited. I thought I was gonna have an ally protect buff for everybody in my party. That's too bad. I really think she's cool looking though. I don't think she's that amazing. Yeah, I mean, she'd probably be decent in some PvP or PvE aspects, but I wouldn't use her for arena, that's for sure. 4-star food, I think. That's what I got. Another Temptress, okay. What else can I get? Am I going to get super lucky and get a legendary? No, I'm going to get Deathless. I actually have one of her already. She seemed really interesting. I like the resist in arena. That's a really high resist number too to help keep my team from getting debuffed, but I don't think her skills are all that amazing because your team has to die for her to actually have amazing impact. Like everything gets increased whenever you have more dead allies. That's how each one of her skills works, except for this one. This one, she gets provoke something. for 1 turn. So still not amazing. And she does have a really cool A1, but again, your team has to die for it to be good. Like, she gets a chance, each of one of these, she gets a chance of getting it per ally that's dead. So I don't like her. I'll probably end up feeding her. I don't think she'll amount to a lot in an arena. Oh, another epic. All right, I'm getting it lucky now. Spider. I've heard he's really good, actually. Oh. Okay, all right. Yes, 25% speed in dungeons. So that could be really helpful against some of the dungeons that I really need to like overlap the boss, like Spider Boss. Spider for Spider Boss. All right, cool. He also has an AoE decrease defense debuff, and he places the lower weaken, so 15% weaken on all enemies. He has a 100% chance of placing his defense break if you skill him up. That would be pretty nice. Interesting. Okay, what about Calamity? What's this do? Attacks all enemies, decreases the duration of all buffs by 1 turn. That's cool. Has a 50% chance of placing a 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. Okay. That's also really good. I really like this guy. I might have to use him in PvP for sure. And that's only on a 3-turn cooldown. I might even use him in some of my dungeon teams. That decrease attack, I like that. Okay, interesting. What's his A1? 50% chance of removing 1 random buff. Okay. And it doesn't increase damage. All it does is increase the chance. So up to a 70%. That's okay. It's not amazing. I really like this though. The AoE attack, decrease attack, and AoE decrease defense. And this isn't even attack. This is just debuff all enemies. So he doesn't hit them. So that actually could be helpful in some cases. Like if they have counter attack up on their whole team, I can still cast this, and it will just put the debuff on them without getting attacked myself. So that could be really good. I'll have to look into this guy some more. I bet his rating is pretty high. Only a 4.3 in offense. I'm surprised. Really low defense. And decent in PvE. I like him. He looks cool. I might have to try him out. Alright. This guy again. Okay, cool. I can feed him into my other one that I got earlier. Try and skill that up. Hey, Templar. I really like Templar. He's a really good rare. He's super tanky. He's a defense character, so you can just stack defense up on him, defense HP, and he'll be able to just soak up damage. Plus, his A1 isn't that great, but this provoke ability attacks 4 times, and he also puts provoke on people that he hits, most likely if you skill him up anyways, up to like 50%, and then block damage for 1 turn. So pretty good. It's not too bad. And then his passive, whenever he gets a debuff put on him, he'll attack the enemy with his default skill. So not too bad. It's alright. He also has a resist in the arena by 50. So not too bad. I'd rather use the other one that I got earlier with the 70 resist. Eris. I need her for making another Justicar in the future. So I actually think I already have some, but I'll keep her just in case. Not too bad. I'll take that. Okay, this guy's pretty awful. Just food. Come on. Nope. Alright. Dude, this guy's so tall. This guy is like a monster. He makes me think of like the White Walkers from Game of Thrones. Oh, he's a provoker. Okay. 25% chance provoke. Ally protection. 1 person. Not good. That's actually pretty sweet. Places a counterattack. Oh no, a super long cooldown. Never mind. 4 turns for a counterattack. Nope. No thanks. Executioner is way better. Okay, this guy is also not too good. He's just a single target buffer for himself, and he doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. Somebody give him a 4.4 in a defense? Why? Oh, because he has HP in Arena by 25%. That's not too bad. That's actually really good HP bonus for Arena. I'll probably just use him as food. Come on, baby. Give me... not you. No more Gore Mass. That's my 3rd Gore Mass just here alone. I might, for the last 10, I might go ahead and do a summon 10. Actually, I'll do it for the next 10. Slash review. Attack one enemy. Attack them 2 times. 30% decrease defense. No. Okay. Also don't like him. I really don't think he would be worth anything. Is that another Gore? No, okay. It's a Hell Fang. What does this guy do? Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing a freeze debuff? What? What? It can be on a 4-turn cooldown. And that can be... What? Okay. This is a rare? What else? He can put a 25% weaken on one enemy. Okay, that's alright. 15% chance of putting the target's skills on cooldown. Goes up to 20% chance. Okay, well, okay, his normal attack is pretty cool. Just being able to put somebody's skills on cooldown is huge. And then this is actually really solid PvP. Attack all enemies, freeze them. Man, okay, I might have to play with him. I wonder if anybody's used him. People haven't been using him. I really like that. That's cool. Oh, but it's only available when Hound Spawn is on the same team. So never mind. This isn't that great. Never mind. That's why people aren't using him. Oh man, I forgot. I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, hey, Banshee. I actually really like Banshee. I want to use her. I've been saving them and putting them into one, building up her skills. So I'll definitely do that. And the only reason is because she has a bunch of AoE attacks. She has 2 AoE attacks, and then this one's like attack 2 times at random, but it has a chance to block cooldown skills. So that's pretty cool. Attack all enemies has a 50% chance of removing 1 random buff from each target. It's pretty solid for Arena especially. And then her default skill attacks all enemies and has a chance to put 30% decreased defense debuff for 1 turn on all enemies. It can go up to a 30% chance, so that's not too bad. Yeah, I like her. And she has the resist for Arena, so that's cool. Yeah, I like her. Alright, I'm going to back out of this, and let's go ahead and do summon 10. Let's see if I get luckier with that. Maybe I can get a legendary. Come on. Hey, I'll Gorgorab. Okay. I actually already have a Gorgorab. He's really good. Amazing PvP. But I don't use him anymore because I got tired of doing what everybody else is doing. And they're just building speed teams to nuke down their opponents. I decided I wanted to build more of a tanky team. So I put him on the bench. I might use him again in the future, but for now, no way. But he revives any dead allies with 25% HP, then heals all allies by 25%. The heal goes up, and his cooldown goes down to 5 turns. This is what people mostly use him in Arena for. His A2 fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%, places a 50% increase attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. So they'll speed up their team, give them that attack buff, then they'll debuff the enemies, and then they'll use their nuker, their damage dealer, to blow everybody up. That's pretty much what everybody's doing in PvP right now. And he also has a chance to remove 1 random buff from an enemy whenever he attacks with his A1. Alright, cool. Alright, let's finish these up. Oh man, I'm almost full. Come on, give me some more stuff. Nope, not what I wanted. War Priest actually is interesting. I liked her early on just because I mean I needed a healer early on, so she's pretty solid. Anointed. Hey, this guy could actually be pretty good for clan boss because he attacks the enemy 3 times. Has a 25% chance of freeze. That doesn't do anything to the clan boss, but if he has Giant Slayer, that's 3 possible procs of Giant Slayer right there, so it's pretty solid. Attack 2 times, can steal a buff from the target. That could be good against a lot of PvE content. And fill the turn meter of all allies by 25%, and places an increased crit rate buff on all allies. Okay, so he'd actually be really good for PvP, just for the increased turn meter. He's another one of those sleeper units where people wouldn't realize, like I didn't even know about this guy. That's interesting. I'm surprised people aren't using him to kind of trick people in PvP yet. They might do it in the future. It's kind of like that big Taurus looking guy that I got. Spirit Host. Spirit Host is a great early game character. She's farmable from the campaign, so you don't need to get her from summoning. You can straight up get her from the campaign just by farming the stages. People do that early on. I did it mostly because of the speed buff and the block debuffs, and also she increases attack of all allies by 50%. So definitely worth getting her. You can farm her, like I said, and she's really easy to level up. So definitely, if you need a speed buff and you're not getting lucky in pulls, or you need a buffer, go for her. Spirit Host is a great character. Okay. Conqueror is another one of those that I can see the utility in him just because of this attack. Attacks one enemy. Enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. Awesome for the Ice Giants dungeon, but that's about it. I don't really see much use in this guy other than that. Maybe the remove 2 random debuff or 2 random buffs from the target could be used in Magic Keep, but other than that, mostly just for the Ice Giants or Ice Golems dungeon. Yes! Oh, okay. So I got this guy, and I was super excited, and because I thought he was going to be an amazing team for my PvP group, and also for some PvE content. But I leveled him all the way up to 60, and I'm actually pretty disappointed with the way he's performing right now. It makes me so sad because I was super excited about him. He has a AoE, decrease the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn. This is what I really wanted him for. Places a 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns, and heals all allies by 25% of his max HP. So you just build him with a bunch of HP, and heal your whole team and put a defense buff on them. And it goes down to a 3-turn cooldown, so you can possibly keep this up 100% of the time. And then he has a chance to put a sleep buff on, debuff on an enemy. And then he has resist for dungeons, which, bleh. I will probably just feed him into my other one just to try and upgrade this skill. And because I don't want to use the tomes, like I said earlier, I've been saving all of my skill books. So yeah, I'll just feed this guy into my other one. Cool. He actually has a super high rating in Arena, both offense and defense. So I was hoping that he would be amazing, but maybe I geared him wrong. I don't know. This guy has a revive, I think. Has a 20% maybe random buff. It's okay. Yeah, he has a revive. So if you're needing a revive character, besides the orc chick that you get for free, this is another reviving character. So it could be kind of helpful to have him on the team early on. People can't deal with a lot of revives early on, so it could be helpful. Kind of fun to annoy some people. Another one of him? Man, that's 3 of those guys. Alright, I only have 2 more. Come on. Give me a legendary. No. Okay. Alright. That guy's horrible. Oh, come on. Last one. Last one, boys. Another Templar. That's alright. That's alright. Alright, let's get to the Void Shards. This is the good stuff. Give me Saint Nick. That's who I want. Paragon. Who's this guy? Okay, turn meter decrease. Places unkillable buff. And an increased attack buff on a target ally for 2 turns. And you can get it down to a 2-turn cooldown. So you can keep it up on one person infinitely. That's interesting. So if you had a full team of him, you could keep everybody unkillable forever. Right? I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. Can he I wonder if he can target himself. He probably can't target himself. So you'd have to have multiples of him and just target each other. That would be so wicked. Okay. Attack 3 times at random. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction. Okay. And a 50% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. Nice. And he's a defense? Oh, he's a defense champion. Nice. Okay. I actually really like defense champions because you build them tanky and they still do good damage. So, cool. All right. Come on, Saint Nick. No? Okay. This guy, what is he ranked? Oh my god. I'm not even going to look at his skills. Garbage. This guy actually is pretty cool. Yeah, block cooldown skills. I love this. Block cooldown skills are always kind of interesting to me. I think it's a good idea. I thought he had an AoE, does he not? This guy doesn't have an AoE. Never mind, I changed my mind. I don't like him anymore. Come on, give me something amazing. Don't make me beg anymore. Daywalker. He looks cool. I swear, I think Knight Revenant is one of my favorites. Attacks one enemy, places an extra hit if the target has more HP than this champion. Okay, okay. Not too bad. 25% ally protection buff on all allies for 2 turns. Places a block debuff buff on this champion for 2 turns. Removes all debuffs from this champion. Okay. That's not terrible. It's alright. What's his passive? Revives this champion with 30% HP and attacks all enemies after being killed with a 5-turn cooldown. That's interesting. I kind of like him. Cool. He's an HP champion too. So high HP base stats. I like those. Uh-oh. Did I break the game? Okay. Whew. Let's hope I wouldn't have to restart. Confessor. I don't think I've seen this one. I think this might be one of the new ones. Okay. Decrease turn meter by 15% with a 15% chance. Meh. Attack all enemies. Has a 70% chance of placing a 50% decreased accuracy debuff. I hate that debuff. That's like the worst debuff you can get. Attacks one enemy. 35% chance of placing an extra turn. Or granting an extra turn. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't really like her. Whoops. So far, I've just not gotten lucky with these. Malbranch? Hey, it's a bomb person. Okay. Does she actually place bombs, or she just lower the bomb countdown? Counterattack buff on this champion. 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. Yep, there's a bomb. 60, 70, 80, 85% chance. It's not too bad. But it's just 1 bomb for 1 enemy. She does have a speed boost in arena. Her aura is that. So that's not too bad. It's a 16%, so it's okay. She looks wicked. Cool. But it's not St. Nicholas or Sir Nicholas. I want Sir Nicholas. Come on. I definitely don't want this guy. Provoke. He fills turn meter by 50%. Okay, maybe I do want this guy. Wait, is it just him though? Fills the turn meter by 50. Yeah, so it's just his turn meter. Man, if that was like all allies, I would put him on my team in a heartbeat. No matter how ugly he is. That would have been awesome, but it's not. Attack all enemies. 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 1 turn. That's good, but his other skills aren't really worth it for me. Oh no! Okay, I gotta go move my champions around real fast. Let's... Wait, what? Oh, okay, I have 10 slots in here, so... Let's just toss... Let's just toss these in here. Okay. That should give me enough space. I only have 5 more. 5 more to get my Sir Nicholas. It's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna happen. Towering Titan. This is the guy that they had on the event. He's needed to make the Folly fusion. He actually looks really cool. Attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns on his A1. So that's pretty good for like clan boss or something that you need to keep your decreased defense up on. Be kind of cool. Attack 4 times at random, 50% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. That's solid. I like that. For arena. Places a 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns, and places a 15% continuous heal buff on this champion for 2 turns, as well as a shield buff on this champion equal to 30% of their max HP for 2 turns. So this guy's really good at tanking up damage for your team, healing them, and this goes down to a 4-turn cooldown too. Wow. And the shield buff goes up to 60%. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, man. And then this Battle Brothers passive will transfer 50% of the damage inflicted on Cage Breaker to this champion during battle. You can only have it active on 1 Cage Breaker though, so you can't have multiple Cage Breakers and him. It'll only work for 1. So that's kind of cool. And HP in all battles by 25%. Pretty solid. And is an HP champion, really high base HP. So I actually already have this guy. I got him from another shard. So yeah, cool. Let's hope that I can get a legendary. Come on. Hey, all right. Actually, I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't even need a legendary anymore. I got a 2nd Cold Heart. I've actually been really hoping to get a 2nd Cold Heart so I can make a solid nuke team for the spider boss, because right now that is like the most difficult boss for me. I need some powerful hitters or something to nuke that spider boss down. Heartseeker is exactly that. Attack 1 enemy, fully depletes their turn meter, and then it has a higher chance of inflicting critical hit and deals damage according to enemy max HP. So really solid. Pretty much all you want to do is build crit damage as high as possible on her and build up her survivability so she can't just die easily, because her HP is really low. She's really weak. She dies really fast. So you need to either be able to just blow something up, or you need to make her a little bit tanky and just build her to be hitting with crit damage with this Heartseeker skill. Her other ability is Flurry of Arrows. Attacks 4 times at random. Each hit has a 25% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. And then she also has a Poison. Attacks all enemies. Has a 30% chance of placing a 50% decreased accuracy. And just straight up places a 5% Poison debuff for 2 turns if the target is under a heal reduction debuff. In my previous video, going over the clan boss, I kind of went over this a little bit, just because if you're playing manually, you need to make sure you get this heal reduction up before you use this ability. That way you can get your poison up. Oh man, I'm excited. All right. I mean, I still want Sir Nicholas. I mean, come on. I want Santa Claus, but it's all right. I got that one. Hey, this guy looks cool. I like his shield. What up, my man? Cool. I don't think I've seen this guy before. Attacks one enemy 2 times, has a 20% chance of repeating the attack, and he ignores block damage and shield buffs. I really like that. That could be helpful. Okay, what else you got? Attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. And that can be a 3-turn cooldown. Goes up to 60, 70, 75. Nice. I like it. Stun is really powerful in PvP. So if you can stun their DPS or something like that, even just for 1 turn, it could be a huge sway in the battle. What else he do? Places a 30% increase defense buff and a 7.5 continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. And it goes down to a 4-turn cooldown. It's decent. You know, that actually is pretty decent. I like it. I might end up having to try him out. I'll definitely lock him. I'm not going to feed him. Alright. Oh, a Bellower. Alright. Hello, Bellower. Everybody talks about you. I don't talk about you. I don't even use you. I actually have 2 of these already. I just haven't leveled them up or used them. Everybody says that they're the best farmers in the game, and I believe them just because every one of his abilities is an AoE. So he just tears through the campaign levels like it's nothing. It's like butter. He'll beat it probably in like 10 seconds, maybe faster. He just destroys things. I have thought about putting him on my PvP team just for his A1 because I use block cooldown skills a lot in my PvP team, so I really do like that idea. Just haven't leveled him up yet. I wanted to wait for this summoning event and use all my summons, figure out what I was going to do. Anyways, yep. Now I have 3 Bellowers. Maybe I should make a team of Bellowers. Interesting. His ratings are really high too. Maybe I need to use him in Spider's Den. Maybe that would help me clear it. Alright, last one. Sir Nicholas, give me a legendary. Something, anything good. Please. Renegade, like the worst. The worst. Okay. This is interesting. Decrease the cooldown of all ally skills by 2 turns. This skill does not affect this champion or other champions with this skill. This champion will receive damage equal to 30% of their max HP, even if it will kill them. And 7, 6, 5, so you can get it down to a 5-turn cooldown. It's not really that amazing, it's just kind of cool. I do like the turn, or the skill cooldown manipulation thoughts, but I just don't think it's really feasible to bring her into a team because of her other abilities. This just doesn't do enough. Attack at random 3 times. It's just not that great. I don't know. Well, I am happy I got a Cold Heart at least. That is awesome. What else did I get that I was pretty happy about? Actually, nothing except for Spider. Okay, so Spider and Hope. I'm really happy about Hope and Spider. And then my other Cold Heart. Oh, I'll be leveling you up for sure. If nothing else, just for Spider Boss. Alright, well guys, that's it for my summoning video. Hope you enjoyed it. And give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you would like me to make a video on next down in the comments below. Thanks. Have a great day.